Hello. I'll tell everybody where I am in a second. Look at the background. Nice area I'm in. It's cold. See the steam from my breath. Got my gloves on. I'm trying to get my glove on. I don't know how well I'll be able to scroll on screen with the comments with these gloves on. I had to put my long johns on. First time of the year I had to put long johns on. It was intolerable how cold it was. Maybe this should have been the picture that I took right here. Oh, that would have been a better picture. Oh well. Hello? Hello, people. I wish the chat would just stay on the screen without me scrolling because I got gloves on so I can see it popping up, but nope. I'm trying to touch it with my finger with the glove on and it's not working. I can't see, so I'll have to take the gloves off, switch around a little bit. You can see I'm in a nice area right now. Oh, I lost one person. I'll just walk around the neighborhood. Man, I don't want to start off on a rough subject, but I had a rough subject going on with me in the bathroom today. Alright, going down these steps. Hello, Shell. I saw you say something, but again, the messages pop up on screen. They go real quick. I have to tap the screen, hold down to see them, but now I have gloves on, so it's a little hard. So I'll just take a break like every few minutes or so and just catch up with comments. But you can see I'm in a nice area. I'm in a very wealthy area. It's actually, I'll go ahead and tell people where I am right now. See behind me. There's actually a menorah back there too. So there's a Christmas tree, and where's the menorah? The hell? Maybe. Oh, it's blocked by the Christmas tree. That's what it is. I am in Old Town Fairfax. So there are buildings here from like 1820 or 1850, 1840, whatever. This is an old area. You got old buildings, fire station. I guess it used to be there behind. So there's the menorah. Where is the fire station? That way. And it's like a sub shop now. It's actually really cheap, good food. I ate there once. And this place makes me a little nervous. It's nice. It's like, it's weird. This place, the way it's set up, it's like you go one direction, it's a big stretch of highway. You go another, it's a big stretch of highway. It's kind of like a little oasis, almost like a fake town, like Westworld or something. Not that I've seen the show or the movie, but it's like this little place, this like place that's connected between everywhere. And the thing is, it scares me. It's a rich area. The parking lots are tightly monitored. The police have nothing to do here. There's a courthouse down the street from here. So it's like the police can just hassle you over anything. And it's not that I'm expecting it or counting on it, but they can. And I've dealt with Fairfax County Police before. Man, they are ball busters in my experience. Like, even I wasn't getting in trouble. I was dealing with them because I needed their help at a bar I worked at in Fairfax. They seemed like pissed off to even be there. I mean, it was messed up. It was annoying. And so it's just like, they have nothing. Like, you see what it is out here. It's like old, pristine. Look at this. It's like a fake city. It's kept totally clean. Let me turn the camera. Well, I'll just turn around because I have to press the button on the phone, and I got my gloves on, so a lot of rich people here. Oh, a lot of immigrants too, and a lot of, not that immigrants aren't rich, a lot of rich people in general of all backgrounds, but a lot of white people. Click the like button. I got 8 people here, no likes. That helps YouTube share, like it gets YouTube to share the video. So I'll just walk around Old Town Fairfax for a little bit. This is like, I guess there were like battles around here in the Civil War. It's a weird sense of location, this area. I know I got some comments here. Oh, wait, I can see them. Yes, I can press there. Mike, I'm in Old Town Fairfax, just walking around. They automatically think because you sleep in your car, you're probably going to cause trouble. That's definitely something I worry about. Or just seeing my car. And if they see all the stuff I have in there, thinking, oh, I must... The only good thing, Old Town Fairfax, unlike Arlington, lots of parking. Look at this parking lot behind me. I'm not even parked here, but look at this parking lot. Lots of parking. If you're here on a warm day in the summer, that little square, the courtyard area that had the Christmas trees, it has a fountain that shoots out of the ground, and they also have concerts there, and I guess concerts, yeah, what else? They had tents set up for something, so some kind of event's going to go on. But it's just, it's such a eerie, unusual feel. Not a bad feel. It's got a feeling of nostalgia. It's very well, like, you know, manicured and everything. Everything here feels like, kind of like small town, even though, like, over there you got Walgreens, TJ Maxx, Coyote Grill, Subway, UPS. Over there. What we got? Oh. Let me see if I can turn this around. If I with my keep my gloves on. Nope. So I have to do everything backwards. I'm looking at first annual Fairfax holiday window decorating. Whoa, I thought it said widow decorating. I'm like, wait, widows? Or is this the Steve McQueen movie, Widows, that I just saw the other week, which was incredible? Now I can't remember the star's name of it. Wow. Viola Davis. Holiday window decorating contest. Small town feel around here, but the cops will make you feel pain. But anyways, I was stopping through here, and it is a nice area. Like, it is a beautiful area. You come here in the summer, people are walking around. You got a little surf shop here, a surfboard shop I'm walking past. Fairfax Surf. Let me turn this around so I can have a real tour. Yeah, gotta take my glove off. And the camera's gonna be blocked for kind of clumsy for a second. Hold on, because I gotta put my other glove on. I need two hands, but I only have one hand. There you go. This is a surf shop. So you see, it's a beautiful area, and it's weird because, like, you see these big intersections, big roads. It's like 4 lanes here. It's a big, like, kind of junction. This whole little town is like one big junction for multiple big highways. Like, it's sort of like a huge interchange for different roads that connect, you know, all through the state, or through a large part of Virginia. And like Route 50 goes through here. Route 50 goes all the way across the country. So roads that, like, go all over, and this whole area is very tightly. The other thing that scares me here, man, I've heard stories. I was literally listening to people in the gym talking about how the police pull them over for, like, going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. I'm telling you, the police have nothing else to do here. It is scary. And so I am always like, and the speed limits are very low around here. So I'm very conscious of going the speed limit. Like, a lot of places, just 25 miles an hour. But you see, it's like, it's totally different from, like, Arlington. It's like, you got these old buildings here. It's just like this little town, but it's not really a little town. There's lots of money here. There's nice shops. Look at these parking restrictions. Okay, you got no parking anytime, 2-hour parking all other times, and then no parking 3 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And I don't trust, here's the thing, like, it just scares me, that the idea that, like, I don't trust anything about just parking and assuming I've gotten the right time and there's not some other restriction I misinterpreted or I don't know about. Looks like a comic book shop over there. Now this is back at that little square, so maybe I can get a better look there. Old Town Hall, Ratcliffe House. So, you know, this is all rich white people area. And again, we're in the South. So this is the South. Lee Highway, you know, around here, Robert E. Lee. Jackson Davis Highway, or Jefferson Davis Highway, whatever, that's further out west. But this is where I started the video. Here she comes. Here she comes. And this little shack right here has free Wi-Fi. Oscar the Grouch. But beautiful area. And like, so they got stuff set up here. Wow, my arm's getting tired. And you know what? I have a tripod for my phone. I'm gonna go in my car and get my tripod for the phone, so I can put the camera on a tripod. But look, everything's like lit up beautifully here, even though it's all closed. It is damn cold here. Look at the sky. Oh, there's a plane. All right. Get my tripod. Almost finished. I got like 2 pages left. You can see Sanford Meisner's book there on acting. I've got like 2 pages left in it. It's a good book. I'm learning, but you know, it's really, now that I'm getting towards the end of it, I'm kind of realizing it's like, it's a little bit tedious to read because it's all this back and forth between him and students. That's all it is. It's not like recollections of anything. It's just, I mean, it is recollections of moments with his students. Here's my tripod. But it's all about the classroom experiences and teaching his students, and it's just kind of, it's a little tedious going back and forth with it and hearing the students learn, and it's like being in a classroom. It's frustrating. I mean, it's a good book. The lessons are really good. I'm like, oh, interesting stuff I didn't think about. Oh, sorry, I turned off the phone for a second. I hit the power button. Okay, there. Now I got this on a tripod. Let me lock the tripod. Much better. All right, so now I got to get my glove. Oh, you know what? I'll just set the tripod down. Sorry, it's a little messy, a little sloppy, my technique. How do I lock this? Oh, a little wheel here. Like there. Okay. Let me put on my gloves. And we're off. Am I tightening this right? There. I think that's better. Okay. That's mostly better. Trying to pull up the comments. It worked before. Whatever. I'll get the comments eventually. All right. So you see, like, obviously old buildings here. Fire station. This is a good restaurant. They got like Greek food in there, Italian food. I had a salad there one time. It was a big portion and real cheap. And if you want a little YouTube history here, not only I filmed with my mom around here, but that cafe is where Rich Life of Road Trips we first went to eat when he came to Virginia. Let's see, I guess I'll just cross here. What do we got up here? Nothing really. So, George Mason University, big college. It was like my second choice to go to college. I would have gone there. Check that out. I got Hannibal Buress performing there. A lot of, man, it's weird, the feeling here, because it's like this isolated feeling of like, I don't know what it is. It's like you're on a model city, like a facade of a city. Yeah, comic book shop over there. I guess I'll cross over here. What are people? Oh, click the like button. 18 people here. Nice. Okay, I'll take my... Mike, I'm not staying still for anybody. Justin, my mom pronounces it gyro, weirdly enough. That's how I learned it when I was a kid. So when I go to restaurants and order it, or Greek festivals really, sometimes they like say, oh, you mean a euro? Whatever. I didn't know that's how it's pronounced, but she always said gyro. Yep, salads are more expensive than animal foods. It's true. Yeah, click the like button, people. 19 people. I'm going to put a glove on. All right. Set 1 foot into the street, and the police, without the walk sign and the police can arrest you here. So this is a nice little place. It's expensive though. What's that guy looking at me for? Don't even look at me. But you see tiny little streets, tons of traffic cameras, so the police can make their money. Declude, whatever. Yeah, and nice stuff in there. A little too expensive for me. I did Aldi today. I managed to keep it under $26. But again, the crappy thing. Oh, and I forgot the subject of the video. Number one tip for living in your car. I will have that soon. I don't think I've seen this restaurant before. Noticed it. Uyghur cuisine. Uyghurs are a ethnic minority in China. I have a friend, or I don't know if I'd say had a friend. I texted him today, but he is such a weirdo. I'm convinced a video with him would get like 500,000 views because he is so unusual and funny and interesting to talk to, but he also is just incredibly stubborn and avoidant. And so he will avoid me for months at a time. And then if he wants to meet, he wants me to meet him in 5 minutes. So, and Uyghurs are badly persecuted in China. A lot of misery there. Trying to tap the screen to read comments, but click the like button, people. 20 people. So now we got 20 people here. I will tell you the number one tip. If anyone wants to guess, go ahead and guess what the number one tip for living in your car is. I can throw out a few hints, or a few guesses, or a few ideas, but none of these are it. So one is, of course, staying warm or staying cool. Yeah, that's important, but staying warm is not that hard. I sleep with my coat on. I always wear a thermal shirt if it's cold. Once in a while I think, oh, it's not going to get cold tonight. I'll sleep without a jacket on. By 5 in the morning, I am fucking cold and I got to put my jacket on, and it's annoying. When it's summer, I don't know how I'll deal with that because that seems worse. How do you keep cool? 2 Teslas in the same direction. Look at this. One Tesla saying hello to his friend, the other Tesla. It's not what that person honked for. I don't know if they thought I was waving at him or what, because I put my hand up. Okay, so you might think it's that. Not that exactly. Another thing, you might think eating well. Definitely. But, you know, people are kind of resilient about eating. I did not eat much today. It feels like no matter how much I eat from stuff that's small, I'm never eating much, and I'm probably not eating much. I got a nice loaf of bread from Aldi. They didn't have the super cheap kind, but they had a nice, it was like a seed bread or leaf bread or whatever. It was like $2.50 or something, $3, I don't know. But it's not eating. Eating's important. I'll just go through it quickly. It's not your health, although health is important. It's not just keeping busy. That's very important. I admit I was feeling a little down today. Just feeling a little lonely. Thinking, man, I don't even have money to go do anything. I thought about going to a free movie earlier. And then by the time it came around, I was like, oh, crap. It's kind of far away. I didn't think about the area I was going to be in tonight. It's a movie I wanted to see. But it would have taken a while to get there. I'm like, that's money on gas. I'm like, I could just be studying and working, so I just did that. Definitely keeping busy, having stuff to do. But it's not that. The number one thing that you should do when you sleep and live in your car... What the hell did I miss I gotta press the button to go across here. I was waiting for the crosswalk signal to come on. The number one tip for sleeping in your car and living in your car to make your day go a lot better, and it's not just, by the way, knowing where to shower, going to the gym, all that's important. I've been going to the gym every day. Even when I think, oh, I might cut my workout in half today, I want to save time, I end up just getting so into it. I just do the whole thing for like an hour. Or even today, I was working out a little over an hour. And even the stretching at the end, I thought maybe I'll cut my stretching short. I want to get out of here. But by the time I start stretching, I just want to keep doing it and do it right. The number one tip for sleeping in your car is Go to sleep early. That helps me so much. I feel so much better. And it's important because even though I block out the windows on my car, I still, notice the sun coming in, and it warms up my car, and the change in temperature can wake me up. You're getting near the courthouse, by the way, when there's all these like lawyers' offices and bail bonds or whatever. But go to bed early. I sleep so much better. It's so much less hassle. I wake up easier and like wake up, ready to do stuff, ready to go and start doing what I need to for the day. It's not like when I sleep till 1 or 2, which unfortunately with my job, I work late, so that's what I'm going to do sometimes, just sleep late. And then I'll have to lie there sometimes for it feels like 20, 30 minutes and just be still in order to fall asleep again. And then I'll fall asleep for maybe 2 hours and I still may not be that well rested. And, I'm having horrible nightmares. I've been having a lot of nightmares lately. Let's check the comments. I'll take my glove off. What am I studying? I'm studying filmmaking. Well, I'm studying, I was reading Sanford Meisner's On Acting because I want to understand more about how actors work in order to work with them and direct them. And I'm studying Spanish, which even as much as really I can read the newspaper pretty well in Spanish. My problem is conversation. It's not the words they use in the newspaper because those are depending on the subject, I know a lot of the words or pretty much all the words, or there's a bunch of new ones I need to learn. But what I need is conversation. And to do that, I don't know what else to do other than spend money at restaurants and go talk to people. But I don't want to do that. So I don't know what else to do. I could go to people on the street, I guess, and, find Spanish speakers and just talk to them and see if I can hang out with them a little bit. Even though I don't want to spend money. I am so, even saving money going I am so broke. I got a haircut yesterday, like $23 or $22. It was like $18 plus a $4 tip. Today, went to Aldi, $26. I need to get an oil change. I'm a little overdue on that. So that's where that town square is or whatever, that center square will go across here. Tell Mike about the book that inspired you to do that. I read Ron Perlman's book Easy Street, The Hard Way. And it's a really good book. Somebody just yelled something at me. It's weird, by the way, when you film in public, especially not so much with the phone, but when I used to do videography, people would just yell out stuff at me or ask what I'm doing. Now I don't even care. I'll walk by people, hear what I'm talking about, I don't care. And see how nice the stuff they got here is. Obviously too cold to eat outside, but little Thai cuisine place. And you get the old feel, even though this is not an old sign. But it's so different from I grew up in Arlington. Arlington's like a metropolitan city, kind of like DC, but kind of smaller and not as old, I guess, or not as old of a feel, because a lot of stuff's so new there. Again, we're in Old Town Fairfax, and some buildings here are 150 years old. This whole area is old. We're in the South. This place a little expensive for me. I've been here before, and the meal size wasn't great. All these businesses look like homes. They look like residences. That's a business. That's a business. In the summer out here, I should cross the street. I know there's a little interesting area across the street. The big wine shop, I think. But in the summer, there's lots of people walking around. You got the fountain going in that square, that courtyard area where what was I gonna say? I'm trying trying to think, do I need to press a button to get the crosswalk here? Or can I just... No, I don't have a green light, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. This person's going way too fast. The speed limit here is 25 miles an hour. And also, it makes sense in this area because the streets are so, like... well, first of all, you see how far it is from one light to the other. So you don't have far between lights. And the streets are, like, very, like, not intuitive to drive through. They're not, like, straight back and forth. A lot of big intersections. There's an ice cream shop here. I've been here several times, including with my Uyghur friend. And it's almost like run by a family or something. It's just, like I said, it's a weird feel when I go here, and it's like totally unlike Arlington. Arlington, like, it feels like, you know, almost like a small DC. Like lots of people walking around, lots of stuff going on. Here, you get the sense of like being further out. And like I said, just weird, but it's nice too. It's like, I just want to experience it. Like that place, it feels like a family runs it. Like literally like a dad and mom and their kids or something. Now this is the area I was talking about looking at. This little courtyard right here. I'll check in on the comments. Yeah, I can't sleep at my mom's house. Do men go to barber shops? That's where I went. I went to a barber shop that seemed like I should have spoken in Spanish, practiced my Spanish with the barber. She had a little, it wasn't a hard time communicating with me, but, you know, a little unsure of herself. And I should have asked, well, like, would you prefer if I speak Spanish? Because that would have been good practice. But it was still $18. I was like, damn, there is a place in Annandale where you can get haircuts, and I would get them for like $8 or $9 by students. But sometimes, like, they really didn't know what they were doing, or it would take so long. It took like 90 minutes to get a haircut one time because, I don't know, the guy we had problems communicating. He didn't speak English, or at least for the haircut terms, very well at all, and it was just hard to tell him what I wanted. So maybe I should go there once in a while, though. Being in Annandale, so miserable. Everything about it. Parking, walking, driving. So anyways, Sandra's Taqueria. I haven't seen that before, I don't think. So now this is a shoe shop? Oh, there's the wine store. Because I knew there was a wine store here. When Shoe Nice was here... No, wait, we didn't go here. Never mind. We went to another wine place to get Mangria. But take a look at that. Hit the like button. Everybody, make sure YouTube puts this out for the world to see. Yeah, not much really here. But like I said, in the summer, there'd be a lot of people walking around. My left hand is so cold, even though I got the glove on. 23 people, cool. Go to coffee shops or those open mic nights. Oh, I tried to go to one the other day because I've been there before. It turned out the open mic was a Thursday night. I work Thursday nights. So that sucked. Yeah, I should try and find some other ones. Because it is getting a little tiresome, the sort of loneliness of just my routine and trying to save money. When I wasn't feeling this way when I was going to restaurants every day, but I was spending like $40, $50 a day practically. And I was like, well, I'm kind of saving money overall. Nope, I hit the max on my credit card. So now I am saving money very slowly and steadily. I've easily spent at least like $100 in the last maybe 3 or 4 days. Why? Because filled up my gas tank, got a haircut, got groceries, even little things. Going to McDonald's, spending $3.50 there for food just so I could sit there for a few hours, charge my phone, and study Spanish. And again, the newspaper Spanish, like I'm reading, it's good for my pronunciation and everything, but comprehension is the issue. People will say words in Spanish I already know, but they have to say them like twice for me to understand them. So that's my problem. I need to, and I do have, well, I really only have like one Spanish-speaking friend, but he works so much. So there's where we started the video, right there, the little, I'll hold still. the little town square, the courtyard area. This is kind of it for Old Town Fairfax. Not a ton of stuff here. They're more like shopping centers and everything, but it's just an interesting, weird feel. It's not weird like bad, like it's like a suit that doesn't fit right. It just totally unlike Arlington. It's like got a nostalgic feel, and I don't know, it just weird sense, and also it just still makes me want to scream about landlords and rents being too high and government contractors and white supremacy. And what is this? Oh, it's a gym, but they're closed right now. This is the devil's house. Oh, red. Oh, that, you know, that's a rich person's gym. Red Effect, infrared fitness. Plus, they got a bunch of stuff they don't have at Planet Fitness. Look at that. Like cows hanging from an abattoir, coming from the slaughter. Little building there. Makes me want to scream about high rents, price of living, over-policing, especially in an area like this, where the police should be public servants. They should not be out harassing people, giving out tickets needlessly, arresting people for drugs. Oh my goodness, it maddens me. I was in court the other day for something. I was a witness, and there were like people there for marijuana charges, like just possession of marijuana. I'm like, how does it, when you see the reality of it, how does it make any sense to bring a person to court and charge them with a crime for marijuana? And the judge said you can either, you know, take the plea now, like take the whatever sentence of probation or something now, or you can get it extend your case extended for 6 months and do community service, and then it'll be dropped. So what a little bit of weed? How many thousands of years do most people, hell, half the customers at my bar, half the people I encounter on the street, how many decades would they have to be in prison for weed if they were caught for every single time? That's ridiculous. Why are we even bothering wasting money on that? That money that we use for the court process and bailiffs and judges and police and stenographers and security at the courthouse, that should all just put it in a fund for people to go to college or something, or have housing. Give it to the homeless. What the hell is that? Why are we wasting money on that? Here's a little shopping center here. I've been here before. Safeway, CVS over there. Wow, that guy's headlights are dim. Guy or woman, I don't know, but that was my problem before. As you can see, not much here. I'm like the only person on the street. Person's going way too fast. Oh yeah, 2 people have hit my car in parking lots lately while I was in the car and did nothing to say anything to me. I just let it go. They opened their car doors and hit them into my car because I'm like, what's the point? My car, like I looked at my car, I'm like, I can't even tell if they scratched it because I've got so many scratches on my car. Other hit and runs in parking lots on my car have damaged it. I've got so much other damage from stuff. It's like, what's even the point? Like, my car's worth so little now. I've looked up the Blue Book value. Now, look at these houses. You gotta be rich to live here. You're out in the quiet suburbs. They probably think, if they saw me, oh, what's this lunatic doing here? It legitimate does. I see it on the news. Does scare me a little. An encounter with the police in a situation like this, you know. Be compliant, have my hands where they can see them, move slowly and deliberately, let them know I'm cooperating, answer their questions directly. Out here, the police should be, you know, cutting the grass, trimming the bushes, sweeping the streets. They should be public servants. That's why we pay them. They got a boxing club there. Like I said, I've been there a few times. Nice feel to an area like this. Being somewhere that's just kind of far away and quiet. And there are people out here when it's warmer. Let's check back in on the comments. I'll take my glove off. Hit the like button, everybody. A place to take a dump? No, I took a dump today, but man, my stomach was wow, talk about gas. I had to leave the library because it was unpleasant. It's still like a Zeppelin blimp in my stomach. I don't think restaurants would be a good place. Do I have friends I can go hang out with? My friends are lunatics, like the Uyghur guy. Lady friend, thanks. Yeah, good tip. Book club. Yeah, you know what there are? I was looking at that because I'm a member of a few film meetup groups around here. Should I turn the camera around? Yeah, turn it around. But some of them just like inconvenient times. A lot of film groups I've been to, it's like people who, I understand it. It's how I used to be, really. People who just want to meet. Like, they don't necessarily want to do something or have the confidence to make something. They just want to meet people and talk about stuff. And, you know, like, so it's nice being there. I'm like, wow, not always. There have been people, I've been at film groups who, like, worked on Avatar, worked on huge, successful movies, and then came to the DC area. But even like that group that I'm thinking of, I don't know if it really meets anymore. And also it was kind of a hassle to get to. It ended up going to somewhere that was so far away. It was like literally like a 40-mile drive for me. Yeah, film groups can be okay, but like I said, it's a lot of times just people who just want to meet and say like, hey, I'm an aspiring filmmaker. I want to do stuff. I'm just ready to go do it, you know? If you're thinking about making a YouTube channel, there's nothing to think about. Just do it. And I understand it. That's how I was for years until I built up the confidence to just make a YouTube channel, which is coming up, the 10-year anniversary, January 1st. You look at when my channel was created, January 1st, 2009. Your police closed at 5 and the station is closed on weekend? Hey, that's awesome. That's how it should be. Give them more time off. Yeah, I might, I should find some. Like I said, I was going to go to a free movie tonight, and then I was like, oh crap, I'm in totally the wrong place for it. I'm going to have to drive far to get there. It's kind of a waste of gas, and not that interested. Oh, I gotta blow my nose. Let me set. Now that I have this tripod, set it down here on the bench. Whoa, down to 50% on the phone battery. So it wasn't that interested in going to it. I've been to free movies around here before, might go again, but that's the other thing, just not trying to spend money. I already walked down that way. That way I'll cross here. But yeah, I'll go to some movie themed film related filmmaking thing, because you know the good thing about it, I can go there and I always have a good time just sort of, you know, starting a discussion, and not that I'm a blowhard or anything, but just you know, asking people questions, giving them ideas, telling a couple stories, sort of letting them know like, hey, you can talk to me, you know, I can answer questions if you have them. I don't have any problem talking in a group because I feel confident about filmmaking, even though relatively in the scheme of things, you know, YouTube channel is not accomplished filmmaker in the way that like David Fincher is, my favorite director. Or a great screenwriter. That's still, you know, that's still an enormous challenge. There's Fire station, so it looks like they're closed right now. Fire station says, but you can tell it's an old building. Let me see if I can find old buildings that they say on the plaque how old they are. Because, ooh, some are, they do say what year they were made. You can tell, look at this, like how old this building is. Not necessarily the window, whatever these things, clapboards or whatever, they're not necessarily 150 years old. But this area has been around a long time. And you're right, Shell, maybe I should go to coffee shops. It's just, even, think about it, even a cheap drink is going to be like $4 there. $4 a day, 30 days a month. Let's say 15 days a month. Let's just cut it in half. I'm not going to do it every day. That's still, wait, 4 times 10, 40, and then 4 times 5, 20, 40, $60 a month. That's actually a lot of money to me. That's getting close to a whole night's pay for me at work. So that cuts through my money quick. And even now, as it is going to the McDonald's, and I'll spend like $3 there for like an oatmeal and maybe three pieces of chicken from their dollar menu for $2. Even that adds up. And it just, I'm amazed looking at my bank account when I'm like, wait, I see a transaction for $7, one for 20, one for 6, one for 5, one for 8. How would I spend $150? Mobius Records. Shops at Main Street. Jewelry and coins. Vietnamese Restaurant. Interesting architecture here. You look at that. You don't see a lot. There is some stuff like that in Arlington. You do see it. By the way, I read a story. I read the headline of a story today in Arlington. Yeah, see here, built what the hell am I saying? Fairfax Hay and Grain Store built 1900. How would I say 1900 in Spanish? I know 1900. That's like 1900, but 1900, yeah. If that translates the same way, but typical example of construction at the turn of the century. I've gotten one of these little boba drinks here. These are real nice, real sweet. They got it's almost like tapioca at the bottom, little like whatever. It's good. Have a Bite Eatery. Oh, it's Greek. I never knew about this place. Greek, Italian, lunch, dinner, pizza catering. And you all may, well, probably not, because it was a while ago and a lot of my subscribers weren't even here then. I brought my mom out to Old Town Fairfax once, and we filmed around here, and she talked about how she saw a man die sitting across from her. His heart just made a horrible snapping sound, and he literally died in front of her. That was like, I don't know, 3 years ago. Okay, I'll check the comments. Nope, not going to happen, Cobra Kai. And actually, a lot going on there. Offered your cooking classes. You have me. Yeah, I'd like to. I was thinking about classes, like especially Spanish classes. Again, it's the money issue. Like I've taken acting classes before, and with the idea in mind that I'll have some fun and also meet some people. That was like $500. Boxing classes I've taken, that was like $500. You're right, yeah, Shell, the library does have a lot of free stuff, and I've been going to different libraries, and they do have a lot of events. It's just a question of one I'm kind of interested in. A lot of them, it just seems like, you know, an excuse to get out of the cold, basically, and it's like, I want a little motivation to go. Also, I like to be out early in the day. Not a lot of people are out then. You know, by the time night comes, well, either I'm working, or I tend to avoid places just because it gets busier and more crowded. I know what a lame excuse that is. But yeah, think about it. Just a lot of stuff like yoga classes, macrame, you know, make art. One I saw, it was like make art based on your favorite TV show for ages 5 to 8. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not going to go to that. what's the point? So, got to find something that's actually interesting to me. Maybe I got to start my own group. That's a problem. Motivated people actually want to do stuff, make stuff. So you got to do it. Want to do something, you got to do it yourself. This is... Try to get food stamps. I wouldn't try and do that because, you know, I have a job. Why would I do that? I mean, hey, in a way, maybe there should be food stamps for everybody. I don't know. Because why not? I mean, food's expensive. Everyone needs it. Or some system that's worked out better than we do. For one thing, we can afford to stop paying, like dairy farmers, billions of dollars to like destroy some of their milk production to keep prices high, because that was basically the law since the New Deal in the 1930s in the Great Depression, and it was meant to help farmers, and now it just stayed that way. So ridiculous waste like that. I don't know. I mean, I just don't feel good about the idea of applying for food stamps. Yeah, I definitely think the option should be available, but if I have a job, I don't know. I'm getting by. Yeah, I gotta cut back a lot. It's tough. Barely eating. Sucks. Alright. Not much down that way, but maybe I'll walk down that way. Click the like button, everybody. We've got 20 people in here. We only got 14 likes. Get YouTube to share this video. Come on. This'll... There we go. Whoa. Now, not so old here. We got Potbelly. I mean, I definitely think there should be some help available for people to get food. I don't exactly know what. I've looked up food pantries, and a lot of them, there's a lot of restrictions on whether you can go there, because a lot of them it's like either you got to be a veteran or a parent or a kid or sick, or you got to show up in a, you know, you got to apply ahead of time to get in there, and they only have like you can only go 3 times a year. And also, I'm not trying to get food like you have to sit down at home and eat, like canned food. I'm not trying to do that. Not much down here. I'm just kind of walking down a dark street. That's a great thing about here. Unlike Arlington, you will not find free parking in Arlington unless it's after all the meters shut off. You see this, like free public parking up here. You find it all over Old Town Fairfax. I mean, how else are people going to go around here? There's no metro here. Not many buses run here. I doubt many people take cabs around here. If you're out here, it's because you got a car. You're not coming out here because, you know, you're just trying to get a job in the city. I think I'm going to head back to my car. I don't know what else to show around here. But a lot of free parking here. That's a luxury you do not find in Arlington, and you do not find in DC. Fuck parking in DC. God damn parking there. It's so horrible. Sometimes I would literally have to park a mile away from an event I was going to and leave my car at a hotel with the valet and pay $40 or $30 to park with the hotel, and then walk a mile to the show I was going to, because when a show comes to town, like Tim and Eric, all the parking is taken up, and on top of everything else going on and all the other shows. It's not like there's one show there. It's this little town. There's always shows there. I don't know how people do it. DC is really cool. It's got a lot of nice things about it. A lot of things have been improving, but it's also miserable to get around. If you have to go to the bathroom, you better just go in your pants, because a lot of places it's hard to go find a bathroom. A lot of places. That's going to be my dilemma in a couple minutes, so I'm going to head back to my car and find me a bathroom. Find me a McDonald's. Alright, head back down this way. Man, I still got that gas after taking a big old dump today. I'm close to my car, I'm not far. I work part-time, but it's, first of all, there's not many full-time jobs I can even get. I'm not trying to get a full-time job. I want to invest in myself. YouTube is a job for me, and I am making some money from that, and thank you all for donating, and I have Patreon. You can donate on there. I should put that out more. I should put that on Twitter. But I have, man, just eating the stuff I get from the grocery store does not fill me up, and it's not much food anyways. Like, I try and eat a little of everything that I get, you know, spinach, just handfuls of spinach. Oh, I got the light. Today I had like 5 slices of bread. I had some really nice hummus. Chicken. I had a nice packet of sliced chicken. Some Aldis don't have sliced chicken, because I don't want it turkey or ham stuff. Mess with my cholesterol. Almonds, peanut butter, those fake Cheerios called Crispy Oats. Oh, and they got shows down here. This part, oh, it's like a little club. Oh, that'd be cool to hang out in. You're like, hey, how you doing? I'm homeless. And people be like, wow, that's pretty cool. How'd you get homeless? Did you get drunk and, you know, lose the keys to your house? I'd be like, no, I just left. Interesting. It's ice cream. A lot of places like this. A lot of hipsters in here. Hip kids. Eating ice cream now. I don't do that. I gotta eat healthy. What else did I eat? I was going down the list of things I ate. The Crispy Oats, peanut butter. That's pretty much it. Not a whole lot of great food, as you can tell. That gets a little frustrating. So maybe I should make some film event for myself. After all, people follow me. I'm a good leader. I do want to make a small low-budget movie. I should get on writing that even more, because it'd be real simple. I just want to write like a 5 to 10 page outline, not a script, get 2 actors, and do a little road trip movie with them together. That's it. And just kind of rehearse it, develop it with them, and then just go out and shoot it and save money first, and then spend money on like a few days of shooting and just driving around. And I don't need a hotel. I can sleep in my car. Well, actually, if there's no gym nearby, I may need a place to shower. But I'll get the camera back on me. But just shoot that, and then I'll have a movie. And then just put that, try and submit it to festivals, and that's a way to meet people. And then, hey, it's like I have an excuse to go out, and then I'll make videos about it. So that's the key, as long as I'm leveraging it into something that can make me a little money. Making videos, meeting people. You know, I'm good at meeting people. Like, I enjoy all that. I'm not, you know, worried about, like, oh, I'm so shy or whatever. I have no problem with all that, especially in a film setting where I just love talking about film. I miss it so much. I loved it when I went to some little film thing like a month ago. It was in this little place, almost a town like this in Reston, which is like, if you know Reston, it's like far out, kind of west suburbs, rich suburbs, very rich suburbs. A town like this, like almost like a fake town. And excuse me. Oh, this seems... Oh, there's a little library here. Memorial library. How does that work? What's a memorial library? What do you do at a memorial library? They got events they're talking about here. Yeah, whatever. I'm not doing any of that. Ooh. But try and get the film in festivals and put it online. Ooh. And there you go. That's something people admire and they'll follow, and it's easy enough to do. And people, hey, that's cool. Light. And something, you know, like people do way worse, but just because they have the confidence to do it. And so I'll just shoot it myself, maybe have one crew member and just pay everybody per day, and everybody can be happy that they get paid, all 2 or 3 people working with me. Like maybe one other crew member, like an assistant, but all I'd have is my camera. I wouldn't have a separate microphone or anything. My camera films audio fine, and just be ready to shoot it. You saw me? Oh, okay, Mike. Funny. Can we send food with Amazon Prime? Yes. Not yet. I'm going to get a PO box. Let me get my light back on. I just want to save money. By save money, I mean, it's too bright. Pay down my credit card. That's it. I want to pay down my credit card so when I get the PO box, I'm not all of a sudden getting close to the limit again, or kind of approaching too close to the limit. I got to get my what was I just gonna say? Oh, got to get my oil changed to my car, so that's going to be another like $80 to $90 right there, around that. So it's another, like, and when you do that, it's like just figure it double for everything, because you think, oh, okay, $80 to $90, not a big deal, but then all the other expenses, they'll easily push me over, like in a few days, probably another $50, $100 if just little things come up. Getting grocery, the way things timed out, I got a haircut yesterday, so, and I haven't gotten a haircut in a while. Oil change, I haven't gotten one in a while, but now it's just the timing's come up where I got to get it. So that's what I'm waiting on. I should get the oil change, and then maybe next week, maybe get just so many damn bills. Like everything's fucking expensive. So take one last look at Old Town Fairfax before I get in my car. Oh, my stomach is like a beetle's stomach, like a rolled up armadillo. And one last look at the little courthouse here. Oh, so they got a holiday market here, vendors, music, and food. That's cool. Maybe I should come to that. What time is that? Let me see. Fridays, 5 p.m. to 8. Well, okay, I could make that, yeah. Saturdays, 12 p.m. to 6. I'm asleep for most of that. Sundays, 12 p.m. to 4. I'm asleep most of that too. And I'm a little far away usually. So Fridays might be, and I have to get over here by then. And I could only stay till like, for like an hour and a half. But you know, maybe I should just try, because that's what I'm learning. All the mistakes I make while homeless, it's kind of fine. All the misjudgments I make, oh, I should have went here, I should have done this, should have done something else, should have planned this ahead so I could have saved a little money. It's kind of all fine. It's all a wash. It doesn't matter. Get one last look. The courtyard here. It's all fine because it's all just it's all just a lesson. It's all something you get to experience. I'm sure it's something I'll tell people someday, like, yeah, I was having a good time before I had to settle down and get into a home and whatever else responsibilities I had to get into. But I was living it up being homeless. So this is cool. You can just sit out here. So you see? You can tell that's a lot of money in this area. Annandale does not have places like that. I went to a food, the day I decided to go homeless, or really I thought I'd be living on people's couches for sure. The day I decided to either live on people's couches or go homeless, was the day I went to an Annandale food festival. It was in a little parking lot by a giant grocery store. The parking lot is horrible to drive through. I remember driving through it several times. I didn't shop at Giant much when I lived in Annandale. Drive through, tiny little cramped area. I had fun. Like, I put up a video of some of the food festival. It was fine, but it was like a little sad just knowing like everyone around here is like either like a kid or old. There's nobody like my age really, unless they're parents too. Everybody's kind of struggling. Like, I enjoyed it, like it was fun. It was nice to see people out, but it was also a sad feeling too. Like, what the hell is this struggle? And that was the day I decided I'm gonna live on people's couches or go homeless. I had no idea I'd actually be going homeless, but I'm glad I did. Every moment it comes out of my skin, the relief I feel of not having roommates. Guys, please heed the warning. Can you all see that? There. Safety first. But you know this is a rich area. Annandale does not have locations like this. They're kind of improving some stuff, actually. They got rid of a Kmart where I shot some of my Welcome Home to the Shithole of Annandale video at, where the little bottle of urine was in the parking lot. Hey, I dispose of my bottles of urine. By the way, I learned a trick. Gatorade bottles and Powerade bottles, they're okay and they're very cheap at Walmart. I don't even use them anymore. Urinating. What I use now? Sunny Delight bottles. Much better. Wide neck. I feel like Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Small chance of success, but a wide neck, 40 fluid ounces as opposed to 32 with a lot of Gatorade and Powerade bottles. Only downside, it's like 20 cents more expensive than a Powerade bottle. It's $1 a bottle at Walmart. Big deal. Great. That is luxury. That is urinating in luxury. It's still always a little tricky because you got the seat there. You got to point it down, but you can't go too down because you got to aim for it. If you don't have it at the right angle, the arc of your stream could overshoot it. It could splash back at you. And for people who don't know what it's like to, manipulate this organ, it can be a little unpredictable where the stream's going to go, just a little bit, especially when you're like holding it carefully and aiming. You don't know what angle's going to hit something and go a different direction. So it's a tricky thing. With the wide neck, it makes it a lot easier. Still, you got to worry about, you not realizing some of it's going to spill back on you. Because think about it. You're in the seat. You're on the end of the seat. So you can't just have the bottle like this and stand up. You're sitting down. There's no way to stand in the car. I suppose I could get on my knees in the car seat or something. I don't know. I haven't worked it out. How am I going to get a higher angle to be able to point down? Because my car seat goes up like this. There's no way to, tilt it down. The seat itself is like tilted up. So I'm like arching my body up to try and get like an arc, like down into it, and it can be a little messy. But the Sunny Delight bottle is a big help. Now, I know what you're thinking. Angelo, you idiot. Don't you just think you can get like a large apple juice bottle or an orange juice bottle or a large gallon of water? After all, you won't have to worry about filling it up then, right? Or get one of those double-decker like Gatorade bottles. To that I have to say, no, you're the idiot. Because how are you going to fit that at the end of your seat and not hit the steering wheel and still be able to keep it at a level that you can get your Johnson into? How are you going to do that? You're like, there's my blankets there. I got to have my blankets to cover myself up, and I'm trying to make sure the blankets are just far back enough to get some light so I can see what I'm doing in there. Because you don't know what, like, I've pissed my pants before. I've gotten piss all over my pants in my seat. That's why I'm wearing these jeans now. I pissed my previous pair of jeans, and they're going to be washed. Because you can't tell everything that's going on when like the windows are blocked out and I got the blankets half covered. It's a delicate operation, guys. This is like a very precise like surgery. that needs to go. Think of it like a hostage rescue, where you need to be in and out super quick, but also be very effective and strike with deadly force. So that's why you can't have. How are you going to maneuver a big apple juice bottle? Yeah, it's got a big wide neck, but you're not going to be able to fit it in all the blankets and your car seat and between your legs and tilt it down the angle you need to. Don't believe me? Take a big gallon of apple juice or whatever, a jug of apple juice, take it to a water fountain. See if you can fill it up. You can't, because you can't tilt it far down enough, and it's going to start spilling out because you got to hold it practically level because there's not enough room, because the end of it's going to hit the bottom, the basin of the water fountain. Guys, think with your heads, okay, before you throw out these hypotheticals. Wait, international website? What are you talking about? Work at bed and breakfast and hostels for free as long as you work for them for a few hours? I've never heard of this. Whoa. What? Send the website. Matt, how's it going? Oh, Matt, thanks for joining. I'm homeless, but I'm enjoying it. I'm in Old Town Fairfax. Oh, you can stay for free? Depends the area. Do I want... First of all, I gotta check my battery charge. 17%. Wow. Get out of here, you... Flashlight has been turned off? Oh, okay. As long as I work there a few hours a day, I'm not really trying to... Because also you gotta think location. Am I gonna be in the location I want to be in? I want to be able to go to the places I want. Like, if there's no hostel or bed and breakfast around here, not interested. So my battery is drained down. I was at 100% earlier. Before I started, it's an app, and not interested. It's too much work. This is the app, YouTube. That's what I do. So I'm getting in my car. I'm getting out of here. Might stop at, what time is it? 9:30? Still kind of early for me. Might stop at McDonald's. At least plug this in, get a little charge going. At least my phone's not likely to overheat with the cold. Can't fit this on the dashboard. Now see, what kind of, look at this. This is like how, look, imagine this. Okay, so I'm not gonna get too graphic here, but this is the space I'm working in. As far, like, this is as far back as the seat goes. Seat is tilted up. Steering wheel right there. So I'd be trying to get up here and kind of see, but then I got blankets all over here. So this one I got ready to go. Ready to go soon. So like, look, see, you think like, nope. See, what am I gonna do? Like, see, but then you got blankets all over here, and I got to keep the blankets to keep myself covered. So, you know, and the person next to me might think I'm actually trying to piss right now. But see, like, it's just too like doing this, and it's kind of in the morning. You know, it's like, it's a delicate operation to try and aim that and keep your aim and concentrate. That's a lot going on, guys. Give me some credit for that, really. Get one of those CD magnet things for your phone. What is that? What are you talking about? I don't know what that is. Get a funnel. Good idea. like a antifreeze funnel. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll go to Dollar Tree and get one. But you know what? Funnels still, that's another part that of the equation that can go wrong. There's like too many moving parts. Yeah, I'm not trying to, but the hostel thing, I'm not trying to, you know, like I said, go out of my way or do stuff that, you know, like, I want to be in places that's convenient for me. Because also I work 4 days a week, and then some days I want to, you know, I go to my parents' house, even though that hasn't been as often lately. So it's all kind of tedious trying to get a routine going, and I'll get the heat going now. and have places, know where I can go. Because like even today, I thought, oh, but it would have been nice to drive like another 20 miles out or something and go somewhere, somewhere different. And just, well, that's kind of on me why I didn't do that. But also I'm thinking about, having a place where I can sleep at night, like making sure I'm nearby somewhere where I feel I can safely sleep. Like around here, I wouldn't even try and sleep in my car in Old Town Fairfax. Because, not that I think anything bad would happen, but I would think that, if someone noticed me, or at least more than one night, like then they would just tell me I gotta move. CD phone magnet? I hope you're not saying CD's nuts. CD phone magnet? I'm just trying to picture what that is. CD phone. I'm not even going to say it again because you know what? All people are going to clip that out of context and say CD's nuts and say Angelo fell for it. But I wouldn't even try and sleep in Old Town Fairfax because also there's not like a lot of foot, as you can see, like you don't want to stand out. So I've slept places where like I can tell no one's going to notice me. So that's key. Or where like, or just places that like, they won't even care if you sleep. Like McDonald's, a lot of like the employees, like they don't even care if they're so miserable. They don't even care if you just sit down and don't order anything. Like what are they going to do? Like go and hassle you because you don't buy anything? Like they're not paid enough to do that. Not that I do that. Not that I go in there and just sit. I do try and order something, and I will be going to McDonald's tonight probably because I want to be able. But even that, like every day, even if I just spend $1 and it's taxed, so it's like $1.10 for one item. Think about it. That's $30 a month. Over $30 a month. Whew, man, glad you can't smell that. So that right, like every little bit, and then we think that's just one thing that's adding up to $30 a month. And it's not that I'm going there every day, actually, because like a night like tonight, I'm not working, so I'll stay out late. And normally I'd be working by now. But tonight, like, where else am I going to go? I'm not going to go to a cafe. That's too expensive. Not going to go to a library. They're closed now. Not really sure where else to go that's cheap. Just McDonald's. Yeah, I could go to Starbucks, but also they're not open as late. McDonald's, you can find them open 24 hours. Some, midnight, 1 in the morning. One I found open until 1 in the morning. It was just like a movie, like a hellish diner in a horror movie that somebody gets stranded at in the desert. It was just sad to be at. But others are cool. Others just like luxurious, like power outlets next to every table practically. Some that you don't have power outlets hardly anywhere other than the handicap seats, and that's a little awkward. Some of them also just you don't have much space to sit anywhere. It's weird how they're set up. It's like a little counter at the end of the place. 24/7 McDonald's with a playhouse and sleep in the ball pit. Good idea. Okay. Yeah, imagine that. Next day, me waking up and people seeing me sleeping there. Oh, man. It sounds unhygienic, sleeping in the ball pit. Like, I bet there's just all kinds of junk. And think about it, that doesn't get cleaned. But, yeah, I wouldn't try and find, like, I wouldn't try and sleep in places that seem rich. You don't want to do that. Think about it. It's like you want to be somewhere where people are miserable and busy enough to where they don't give a shit if you, like, just abandon your car next to their building for 3 months. That's where you want to park. That's where you want to be careful where you park, too. But that's the kind of places, I tend to go for. Fairfax, kind of rich, kind of, up their own asses. But a lot of places, they just don't get attention. And it's fine. Like, and even if they see you're sleeping in the car, most people aren't going to care. Again, it's just you find the odd nuts, I'm sure, who will care. Or you just litter or something, and which I don't do. And then you'll, get told that you got to move along. Wish it was warmer out. I wouldn't mind sleeping outside, except for the bugs, though. But I better get going. 9:43. I'm like 2 pages away finishing this book. It's a good book, Sanford Meisner's on acting. Now, the other thing that was kind of bothering me while I was reading it, I've been trying to improve my Spanish by listening to ranchero music. It's like the only Spanish language music station I can stand. I can't stand the like hip hop sorta, or whatever you call it, like sort of like a hip hop beat. They're like too rough or like way overly expressive, emotional to where it's so silly. And it's not unlike, you know, American music too, or British singers. Ed Sheeran, can't stand him. Everything's overly syrupy sweet, but like I can't stand listening to that. So ranchero, it's like, okay, it's pleasant enough, it sounds fine. Listening to it enough, that accordion that plays on ranchero music, it's like the accordion keys get jammed into my brain, and I could not, and like they're coming out the roof of my mouth like wisdom teeth or malformed teeth while I was trying to focus on reading Sanford Meisner's On Acting. I was like, oh God, just make it stop. Like, I want to get this thought out of my head. For like a day and a half, I've been listening to ranchero music to try and improve my Spanish. I wish there was a Spanish language talk radio station on FM. AM, they have them, I think, but on FM, and it's just too much. I can't take it. It's driving me insane. That accordion, it just sneaks up on you like a fog that creeps in. Before you know it, you don't even know where you are, and you're lost. And you know, it's like the movie The Fog or the book or whatever, and people are being killed all around you. It's just horrible. I think I've seen Gotchaverse before. I'm pretty sure I have. Wait. What is it? Gotcha Dream Sisters? I'm 3 cars over? Because there is a person parked next to me, and they've been parking. I'm wondering if that's, like, if for a second you were being serious. I don't think you're being serious. Unless you know where I am in Old Town Fairfax. I think you're just joking. Okay. I'm afraid to look at the car next to me, though. I don't like making eye contact with people in cars. That can be seen like an aggressive maneuver, an aggressive thing to do. But yeah, the book on acting, good. It's a little tedious because it's just like a lot of students. It's very, you know, it's taken from like classroom experiences with Meisner. So it's a little bit like, this is not what you know, like a book normally is. This is just kind of a lot of transcription of students struggling, failing, misunderstanding how to, you know, and it's like a tough class. How to teach with this method, and even Meisner's kind of a miserable guy. Okay, you're trolling. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering, why am I having trouble reading this? Whatever. A little tedious, but good stuff to know. Good stuff to know about how actors think, and, you know, how to work with actors. So you can see I gotta wipe down the back window. That's why I have that blue paper towel back there. I just, instead of going through more and more of them, I just squeeze it out. You know, I open the driver's side door, squeeze it out of water, because when you sleep in your car, that's another tip you should have. The windows fog up like crazy. So unless you want to wait, you know, an hour for the defrost and everything, it's not gonna work on these windows. So just, I wipe them down, and they're like, water is dripping off like it's a forest canopy, rainforest, like water dripping off the windows. So I gotta wipe it up, squeeze out the paper towel there, wipe it up, squeeze out the paper towel, go back and forth till it works. World Pack, I'm not doing that. It's just too much work. I got enough work. It's too much work. Finally, my stomach's feeling a little better, but I gotta wipe off that back window, then I'll go to McDonald's. I gotta charge my phone, and I gotta get an oil change soon. Alright, Matt, thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it. Yeah, good night, everybody. I gotta go. We got a lot of people in here today. That's pretty cool. Rub a bar of soap all over the windows? Buff out? I don't know what you mean, but I'm not trying that. I don't want to try anything new. I want to do all the same things all the time. Just want everything to... Can't everything just show up when I need it? No, that's not going to happen. Alright. Good night, everyone. Bye.